Okay, I'm going to go ahead and open up another tax form to get started with this next one. And then also we need the tax tables for calculating our tax in just a second. And finally, you need a Desmos. So go ahead and get all three open, ready to go, just like last time. Okay, and then also what's the last piece of new information here? The dependent Bronx Doe is going to be added onto this tax return. So here we go, and that means we're going to get a child tax credit. Okay, so let's start filling this in. This time we're going to click Married Filing Jointly again. And we're going to look at who earns more money, and that's who's going to go first here. So this time we notice that Jane Doe earns $48,500 and John Doe owns $36,127. So we're going to go ahead and put her first this time. And so her social security number is right up here, 12345. Okay, so let's go type in Jane Doe. And social security number. And then John Doe. John R. Doe, social security number 123004567. Notice the middle initial goes in the first box. 123004567. Okay, so whose address do we put if we've got two different addresses on the W-2? We put whoever we listed first, which in this case was Jane Doe, the highest income earner. So we're going to go ahead and do 123 Elm Street, Anywhere, Pennsylvania. No apartment number. And then the number on that is 23456. Okay, so no foreign country name or information here. No, I'm not going to give any money to the presidential campaign. No virtual currency. What if I had sold some virtual currency this year? I would check yes. Can anyone claim us as a dependent? Nope, we're two working adults with a child. Is anyone blind? Nope, nobody's blind. Okay, so the new thing is filling in this dependent this time. So if I go back to the information on the slide, I'm letting you know that we've got a dependent named Bronx Doe. And Bronx is my son who is age 2. His social is 123111234. So let's go put in Bronx's information. Relationship to you is son. And you do child tax credit versus other dependent credit. Who would be an other dependent? That's like if you have an elderly person living with you that you can claim as a dependent because they don't earn any income and you're taking care of them. So this is a child, not an elderly person. So we're going to leave this as a child tax credit. Okay, just like the last tax return, your wages, salaries from box 1 of both W-2s are going to be combined this time. So going over here to look at how much did they make, we've got 48,500 from Jane Doe and 36,127.65 from John. So their combined income is 84,627 and 65 cents. Okay, so who fills out these other boxes? Because we don't get any interest. We don't get any qualified dividends. We don't get any IRA stuff. That's mainly going to be when you retire that you're going to start receiving those, unless you are independently wealthy and start getting stuff sooner. When are we going to get capital gain? Once we sell a property and earn some money? No capital gain or loss for us yet. No other income. Add lines 1 through 8 and put that number here. So it's our same number because there was nothing else to add. Then adjustments from the first, none, and then add lines Hang on. Subtract line 10 from line 9, so we have the same number again. So because most people are just W-2 earners, most people don't have any other weird income, these three lines are usually the same. Now the standard deduction, we look over here if we forgot the number, married filing jointly is the double amount of the single. It's $25,100. Who would itemize deductions? Who would do 12B? This is somebody that has enough expenses that it goes over $25,100. If your expenses are under $25,100 a year, you would just do the standard deduction because it's higher. If you could itemize deductions, like you have expenses for your job and it goes over $25,000, then you would itemize. That's a much more complicated tax return. Most people just use the standard. Add lines 12A and 12B. All right, qualified business income. Nope, don't have it. Add those two together. And finally, subtract the standard deduction from our total income. So $59,527 and 65 cents is our taxable income. Okay, we need this number to go look it up on the tax table in just a second to be able to get the next line on the next page. So we go to the tax table, we go to 59,000. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. I'm going to zoom in on the 59. And I'm going to be looking in the second column, the gray column, because this is married filing jointly. Remember, we're looking right here this time in the second column for married filing jointly. Okay, so go find it. I'm going to leave this on here for the screen for a second. 59,527. What number do you see in the right row in the right column? Did you get this? 67.45 it is. So that's the tax amount we just looked up on the tax table, and it goes right here to start off our next page. Next, amount from Schedule 2. Nope, no other schedules. Add those lines together. Non-refundable child tax credit. Here's what changes with a dependent. So we have a kid. We have a kid who's age 2, and it says right here, what are the rules? I just copied and pasted from the IRS tax website. For the tax year 2021, the child tax credit went from $2,000 up to $3,600 per child for children age 5 and under. So we get $3,600 credit right there for having a kid. Look at that. Another great reason to have a kid. So we get a nice big fat $3,600 credit right off. So now it says to add lines 19 and 20. Subtract $3,600 from your tax amount. And boom, I automatically get that amount off my tax amount, and I only have to pay $31.45. So awesome having a kid. Any other taxes? Nope. Add 22 and 23 for your total tax that I'm supposed to pay. Now, I'm supposed to pay $31.45, but let's go see how much I actually paid into my box 2s of my W-2s. Look at box 2 on each of these. John paid $35.97.90, and she paid $68.35. $68.35 plus $35.97.90 is $10,432. Wow, they collected over $10,000 from us, and we only owe $31.45. Add line 25A through 25C. No estimated tax payments were made. No earned income credit. None of these things. Most people don't have any of these boxes filled in. All right, now we add lines 27A through 31. And then add line 25D through 32. So nothing to add to it, so that's it. So we got $10,432.90 taken out of our checks, and we were only supposed to pay $31.45. So we're about to get a nice big refund. Let's go subtract those amounts. Ooh, look at this money I'm getting back right now. $7,287.90 is my refund. And I would like the whole amount. You can't keep any of my money. Go ahead and send it directly to my checking account by putting in my routing number and my account number. It's going to direct deposit for me. Otherwise, they mail you a check, and that can take longer. And then we don't owe anything because we got a refund. Finally, we get to sign and date our tax return. You guys may not have the ability to sign and date yours being on the Chromebooks. So this is Jane Doe signs first, John Doe signs second, 3/30/22. And as long as we're filing our taxes before April 18th this year, we're good. Occupation for her, I don't know, we're making it up. She's an admin. He's an admin as well. And that's it. Don't forget to save your tax return with all of your changes right now. Print to PDF or save it so that you get credit. And I'm going to call this the Doe return. And we're all done. Good job.